All right, so last night I already gessoed this page, and I've got my little parchment papers here so that catches whatever mess happens over here. So this is been gessoed, and now I'm going to use the, let me make sure I'm in frame, the Decor Media. Should I pan in a little bit like that? Okay, so we'll use the mister. This is a shimmer mister, and this one's in turquoise. And I have to say, I definitely have neglected them, so the spray probably isn't working. But what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of water on the page. And let's see if it works. No, it's not going to work. That's okay. That is quite all right. So let's just drop some color. And then just see what happens. We'll put some water up here. And then let's put a piece of paper under here. Okay. And let's just wiggle that around. You can get some really interesting effects doing this. Water. No matter what you add water to, it always makes something interesting. You can get little spray bottles from the dollar store, and that is probably what I'm going to go do today. Because I also like to put some matte medium and water in a little bottle, and then you can spray it over watercolor type things, and then because like if you want to seal them and you paint a sealer over top, it's watercolor, it's going to move, right? But if you very lightly spray a matte medium with water, very lightly, you can seal whatever watercolor work you've done. But that bottle is plugged up too, so it doesn't take long. I mean, I've tried washing them out and everything, like the nozzles and stuff, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but it doesn't work. So eventually they're all going to get plugged up, right? Okay. Okay. So now, what do I want to do? I want to spray it. I want to dry this, so I'm going to use my heat tool, and I'm going to dry this, and then I'll come back to you. Also, when you're drying it, you can move the liquid around. That also gives you some interesting patterns too. You can kind of direct it a little bit. Okay, so I found my sparkling pink twinkles, and shake it up really good, and just put some in my little palette here. My very fancy palette is just a it's just the packaging from a from double-sided tape. So I just want to put a coating of the twinkles on here. Now, the fun thing about doing a journal page like this is the layering, right? So don't worry that, oh no, I'm covering up something really fabulous. No matter what you put down, you're still going to see bits and pieces of it when it's done. And it's the layering and covering up all those fabulous things that gives your project that energy and dimension. So I think I want a little bit more glitter than that. Oops, that's a lot, but... And if you find that you've put too much out on the palette and you have another project on the go or another page in another book, say for instance, I have this one on the go too. Okay. Oh, try not to get that in there. So maybe I've got a page like, am I in frame? A page like this. And I can just add some glitter to that page, right? And it may or may not shimmer through when this project is done, but it could. And so that's a good way to use that product that you don't want to waste. So just put it on another journal page. Okay, so I'm going to dry this with my heat tool and then I'll come back to you. Okay, that's pretty much dry. This next step, I'm going to use the Decoupage medium. It's a glue sealer finish. I accidentally ordered the gloss last time, but that's okay because I'm going to be using it as a glue. And I'm not worried about gloss for this project here. So actually, before I get started on that, I want to get out my pieces that I'm going to be adding. So I'm going to do a little bit of, let's see, I want to do a bit of collaging. So, and I had some Christmas music. Hang on, I might have to go make another piece. So Christmas music printed out onto vellum. I'll be right back. Okay. Got it. Okay, so I printed off a piece of birch paper, and I'll provide the download or the link to that. And then I have this Christmas music. So I have this little book that I got from, you know, an antique store, and I just print the pages off onto vellum. And then I'm going to rip a piece off. So I want to get this white edge off. There we go. And let's see. Some there. I also have these other little cute downloads. I'll provide a link for these as well. They're super cute. Now I'm thinking that, you know, I want to leave, because this journal is my November-December, and I'm writing fun and happy memories in it, right? So I want to leave myself some room for writing. Okay, so okay, and I think I want to get rid of this edge. I don't mind having a sharper edge on the sides and the bottom. I can clip that corner. I don't want a hard edge. I don't want a hard edge. So just lay your paper down on your on your book and just kind of see how it lays out. You can do whatever you want. It's your book, right? So you can still write over this. You'll still be able to write over this, depending on the pens you use. Like if you use a, let's see, what did I get? I had, oh, they're right here. So these are the Staedtler, and there's 4 liners in here, and they're different thicknesses. So 0, 1, 3, 5, and 7. 7 being the thickest, of course, and 0.01 the finest. And I find those are really good for writing in here. Also the, where are they? They're, I just had it here. Yeah, what's in this box? Nice Snoopy box. Oh, here, the Pitt pens. So these ones are really good too. They have India ink in them, and so it won't run. So those are really good ones to use, and they show up, right? So, and then if you have like darker pages where a pen won't show up, these, the Uniballs, okay? And it's white, and this is the best white pen that I have ever found. I don't like paint pens, they plug up, and I like the jelly rolls, but they're a little bit faint for me. These are white and they're fabulous, and they show up on everything. So I get them in packages of 3 on Amazon. I'm just going to write that down so I remember to so I remember to put the link. So Sigma White, and then the Staedtler blacks. Okay, so let's see. Am I still in frame? Good. Good, good. So I'm just going to use my decoupage medium. Now, if you find that the surface ends up being a little bit slippery for writing on after, don't worry about it. I will show you what to do. I'll show you what to do with that. Oh, I kind of want that a little bit lower. This is where dentist tools come in handy too. I just talk to my dentist and see what they've got, because their tools wear out and they're sterilized. So if you're nice to your dentist, they might give you some of their old tools. There. And the ripped edges, they lay down nicer, right? Rather than having like a nice crisp edge like that, that won't lay down as nicely. Okay. Now, if you're sensitive to smells, don't get the gloss decoupage medium. Get the matte, because I've noticed this one has quite a strong smell. It's probably got like a varnish in it or something. And yeah, I mean, it works amazing, but like I said, if you're sensitive to smell, get the matte. This wants to bubble up. Vellum will tend to bubble and rumple, and sometimes I like that effect, but for this project I don't really want that. I want to get it as smooth as I can. Right? So just lift it up to the part where the bubble is, so you can see where my brush is right there. Lift it up to there, and then use your brush to lay it back down. Okay. All right, and then let's see, where's my squirrel and Christmas tree? So I really love this. It is super cute. And I think I'm going to go in after because I love that tree. And I'm going to put some shards of, oh, I have, DecoArt sent me these really beautiful holographic glitters. I'm going to dry this and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so this is almost completely dry. The thing that I do like about using the decoupage medium is that it does sort of plasticize your sheets. Like this paper that I've put in this book, I'm actually going to make these books available on Etsy, but I'm not using the same paper because it's, do you see how very soft? It's, here I've got two pieces here, I think. Okay, so it's like really soft. Like the texture is almost, it's almost fuzzy. Do you know what I mean? So it's almost like that, you know, the scrapbooks that you get for elementary school. Oh, I just had that smell of that and glue. Do you remember that smell? School supplies. I love it. It's sort of like that. It's a little stronger than that, but it's kind of like that. So if you don't gesso it, it's garbage. Forget it. And once it gets wet in here, your book can end up falling apart. So what I've been doing is using clear tape in here, box tape, right? Which is fine for me. I don't mind, but I don't want to sell these journals with that kind of paper in it. So I will be using an artist grade mixed media paper to put in the ones that I sell, okay? But regardless, when you use the DecoArt, the decoupage medium, it will kind of plasticize, and I've found that it is keeping the pages really quite protected, which makes me really happy. But like I said, I'll be putting different paper in those books. Okay, so they sent me this beautiful holographic illusions paint. I'm going to use the silver illusion in here, and I'm actually going to use it sort of as a glue for, I want to sprinkle a little bit of these little German glass glitter shards in there. Okay, so I'm going to give that a good shake, and I'm just going to put a little bit there. And I'm going to use a really wonderful crappy brush. I love this brush. It's just so effective for so many things. Okay, so I didn't need to put it on that thick, but I do want some texture there too. So I'm also going to put a little bit on these little branches around my little squirrel. And this will dry clear with the holographic bits. Okay, I'm going to put some down here with this little squirrel. Okay, and then I'm just going to take a little bit of this glass glitter. You can use just regular glass glitter. You can use regular. Look how shiny that is. I think this is for using with like resin projects, but whatever. I'm going to use it for what I like. And I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit through here and up here. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little bit of pink on my tree. I love glitter, glass glitter especially. It was so funny. I was talking to my mom the other day, and oh, these ones are quite big. But I was remembering how my dad used to build houses, and they used to spray glitter on the ceilings after they were spackled. I told my son that, and he's like, oh, gross. I'm like, gross, you don't know what you're talking about. It was magical. magical. I loved it. I can put a link down below for those resins for you too. So I'm just going to use my finger to just kind of press that in there. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and dry that, and then I'll come back and show you how glorious it is. Get back in a minute. All right, so I really love the way this has turned out. Let me just show you. Look at the sparkle in that tree. So that's with the holograph glitter paint and the glass glitter shards. And that just looks so pretty. And you can see how our pink glitter shows through, which is really nice. Now I'm going to show you a really simple way to make this so that it's not plasticky. Clear gesso. Clear gesso. Oh, let me see if I can open it. Is this one brand new? No, it's not brand new. Okay, now you're going to want to take, I'm just going to take like a fairly soft brush here. And I'm going to avoid painting over my glass glitter, okay? So really, I really just want to cover up the spots where I'm probably going to write. Okay, and this dries clear. It's a clear gesso. I'm going to try and get the brush marks out too, because it makes it a little easier to write on. You don't need a lot. It's just to give you a little bit more tooth for your pen or colored pencils or whatever else you're going to use on here. So I'll probably use the white pen throughout the darker spots in here. Okay. I'm going to dry that and come back to you again. Okay, I'm just going to take my parchment today. And you can see how that's protected your other pages, right? Underneath. So you can see that these areas in here are nice and matte. And then your glitter is still giving off its beautiful shine. Okay, now I want to date each page, each spread. Okay, so I've just been using, let's see, where did they go? I've just been using some stamps that I got from the dollar store. Okay. I want to get a little bit darker color because the last time I used the Pine Needles green, and it didn't show up very well in there. So let's see, what have I got? I don't want that. I would actually really like a dark blue. So there's Cobalt. Try that. I don't know if I've got Sapphire Blue. I might. Let me see. I've had to tape these all together because they just don't, the lids don't stay on. It's driving me nuts. Oh, Chipped Sapphire. There it is right there. Perfect. Yeah, see, I find that so frustrating. Anyways, let's try the Chipped Sapphire if it's not all dried out. Okay, so yeah, I've just been using these little There's an N and an O. Okay. I'm going to put it down here. I should probably use the clear acrylic block, but that's okay. I don't mind these marks around here. I think it just kind of contributes to the whole, I like it kind of rough and messy. Do you know what I mean? What's the date today? Is it the 20th? Wow. Okay. 20th. There. So, yeah, I got this from the dollar store. I think it was Dollar Tree. And really easy to find these. Okay. Now I want to put like a quote in here. I haven't decided what Christmas or, you know, recent memories for this year that I want to put in here. But I did find a little quote that I really liked, and it says, "Winter is not a season, it's a celebration." So I'm just going to use my Signo here. It's still a little bit gummy. Winter is not a season, it's a celebration. Yeah, my vellum did crinkle a bit in here. I didn't get all the wrinkles out, so it's a celebration. So I'm going to go back in here and clean this up a bit so that looks nice. And then let's see, what is this person's name? Anamika. Oh, there's only one N. Anna. Yeah, this is a little bit lumpy. Misha. So I'm gonna clean this up and then I'll come back to you. I wish I could speed it up. Maybe I can. Maybe I'll just do this. No, I don't think I know how. Okay. I'm not sure if that went off or not. Okay, well, here we go. That's our page for today. And then you can just use what you have. So this is, you know, I'll list things that I did use, but use what you have. Like if you can find something that's a little bit matte, even a very thin coat of just white gesso, very thin, watered down, will give you the same matte texture. It would also help to kind of pull things together more if you wanted, right? So that's another good idea. I would probably maybe even like that more. I'm not sure, but whatever, make sure it's very watery when you do it. Okay? All right, you guys have fun with that. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Comments make things more interesting for all of us, and share your ideas. It's a good place to share your ideas and make this a more fun community. Thank you for watching. Bye.